Right. Hi, Ajinckya. How are you?
Hi, Kylie. Good evening. I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for joining me on Heartbeats of Hospitality. Today, we're going to talk about your stories and your journey in hospitality. All right.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you so much for being so excited. Okay, so Ajinckya, can you share with us how long have you been working in hospitality and what do you do these days?
I have joined hospitality 7 years and 15 days ago, to be very specific. I am currently associated in a reputed international chain in Dubai
Mhm.
as an assistant front office manager.
Well,
Previously, I was also in India and with, again, international chains,
mhm,
and then moved here to Dubai
mhm.
11 months ago and doing great now.
Wow, I love the international experience that you're moving. So
Yes, thank you.
wherever the world takes you, yeah?
Yes, it is. Anywhere.
Okay. What drew you into hospitality in the first place? What made you start this journey with us?
Well, I have one of my mom's best friend, and her son was already into hospitality around 15 years ago
Mhm,
when I was in high school plus two.
mhm,
And I was quite interested in the way when he used to describe his experiences whenever the family used to come to our home or we used to visit them. So
mhm,
this made up my mind that I would actually join hospitality, not as a front office professional, but as a chef.
mhm.
However, over the course of period, I started to develop my interest into guest interaction after my industrial training exposure. And that's when I had decided that I should be into the shop floor management, into the guest areas, rather than being in the back of the house areas. So that's when I chose to be in front office operations and eventually landed up into hospitality.
That is interesting. So were you ever a chef?
No, except apart from during my industrial training exposure, I was never into any of the culinary experiences.
Okay, okay. Do you still like to cook though?
I would love to bake. So if I had to choose kitchen and bakery as one of my favorites, then I would definitely choose bakery as an option because I love bakery products and I
One.
love to make them as well.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm hopeless with baking. Like with cooking, I'm pretty good, huh? But with baking, I'm absolute rubbish. Well, then again,
It's the other way around for me.
we'll we'll start a shop together.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So that's nice. I mean, so you and this person that your mom's best friend's son who is in hospitality that inspired you, is he still in hospitality?
Yes, he is in hospitality and he's into marketing segment now
Hmm.
in the US.
Oh,
So, right. So he's one of my greatest inspirations into this industry.
sounds like we need to meet him, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll share his link as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. So,
My
seven
pleasure.
years and 15 days. Can you tell me what's
Yes,
your most memorable incident at work so far?
there are many, but I have one great connection and a great experience, which was in my previous organization while I was in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
And this was when I was a supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that we had one of our long-staying guests wherein they had a birthday celebration. And I mean, one of the guests had the birthday celebration or during the stay. And the lady was a German national. I
Mm-hmm.
have studied German during my school and school days, as well as from a reputed institute in Pune, which is also an international institution from Germany. And I ensured that we all organize. I taught my colleagues about few phrases about wishing a birthday in German language. We sang in German language. I actually could. The only best thing which I remember right now is the connection of the guest with the family being far away from each other. So I coordinated with her husband, and we took the mobile numbers and the contact details of the family members. We had a video call done for the
Mhm.
lady. She was an elderly lady which was staying with us, and the moment you realize that, I moment the realize that she had tears in her eyes is when I realized that I made her day, because it's personal connection despite the family being far away is what is required in the current hospitality trends,
Mhm.
because being away from family, and myself, when I'm away from family right now, I understand that importance of having the video call, especially in the country like Dubai, when it's not allowed for video calling. I have to only, I have no other option than actually calling the family only via a telephonic conversation.
Mhm.
So that's when I feel that I made her day, the special day of hers, like really, really special, with the entire team of my organization back in Pune. So that was the most memorable experience for me. She also wrote a letter in German for me. Sorry for that.
It's okay.
So she wrote a letter to my manager, and that's when I felt that I had done something really right for her, which will still be in my memory forever.
My God. It's okay. Birthdays are something that we have every year, but to have like people that you don't know, like strangers, actually putting in all that effort to wish you and to organize something for you, that is beautiful. How did you get the idea? I mean,
It is.
like, where did you find the motivation to actually, you know, throw her this surprise anyway?
The motivation was only about, maybe one good thing is because I knew the language. I speak very little German, though I cannot understand it completely if somebody, a professional, speaks in front of me. But that's when I thought, like, why not I connect with her? Because I initially used to speak to them in German,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had developed a bond with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of making I spoke to her spouse, and we connected with the family, and then we had a video call through WhatsApp, and it's also the team motivation and how, see, if a guest is staying for a long time, you have the team eventually develops a connection, a bond with them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's very important thing, which makes them feel at home, because we are now the family for the guest.
Yep.
And that's when I thought that let me do something extra for her to make her feel special, because once we do see that hotel was the preferred hotel for their every official visit in Pune, and not other brands or not other hotels. So this is something which I think is very important, a personal connection.
That's very nice. That's very nice. Now, today I would like to learn how to say happy birthday in German from you.
Absolutely. Zum Geburtstag viel Glück.
What?
Okay, zum Geburtstag
Zum
viel
Geburtstag
Glück. Viel Glück.
will you. Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Wunderbar.
Superb. You also know some German.
I only know maybe just the filler words like wunderbar, genau.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story. That's beautiful. Ah, my God. Yes, I think sometimes the personal connection that you have with the guest, it's like the human connection, the bond that you create. And it may not be every single guest that you have that complete bond, but we just try to have that human touch at every point, and if possible, every guest that we meet. I think that is really nice. Like you said,
Mhm.
especially for people who travel away from home, we are the family to them away from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
But I really like that because I feel like I'm family for my guests too when I worked in hotels.
Right.
Okay. So what is one thing you would like to keep in this industry, and one thing you feel that we should have changes for the future in hospitality?
Well, I think that, the most important thing is personalization.
Mhm,
That's the important thing which is there, because at present, if you see the global trends,
mhm,
we have various hotel chains wherein they have various parameters to rate an experience for right from arrival, dining experience, housekeeping experience, etc.
mhm,
But something which I have seen majorly is the parameter of staff friendliness.
mhm,
Well, personalization is very, very important, but this personalization is not only limited to asking questions like "How was your flight?" or "Hope you wish you a comfortable journey,"
mhm,
or "How's the weather back in your city?" etc. It's more than that.
mhm,
I think one important thing which should we should change into every hotel to retain their guests is to do a study about their guests. So if, for example, what I do personally is, whenever I read the arrivals for the following day or maybe for the next 2 days, I take my time to ensure to check the profile of the guest. Now we have so many platforms of social media wherein you can actually study about a guest and come to know about their background, because maybe he's a first time traveler for you, but he's traveled the entire world. I'll give you an example for this. I had a guest who is, you can do a study, you can actually go and research about it. He is the youngest person to travel all the countries in the world. And the moment he arrived to the hotel, we already had done a study about him. He actually felt very pampered about it. We did not know about it. Nobody from his company or organization contacted us, and he is a VIP guest who's traveling to the hotel. Please ensure that you take care of him. But
mhm,
a pre-study of as an individual is very important, and so that you have a personalization already planned for the guest. This
mhm.
could be in form of amenities, conversations, personalized messages through WhatsApp, etc. That's the best thing to wow a guest.
Mhm,
This will make a guest feel that yes, he's important.
mhm,
So I think that personalization is the key factor for the hospitality industry, which should never end
mhm,
and it should continue. And with regards to what's something new which we should do is technology. Now, during this current pandemic situation, we have actually learned of what best we can do to ensure that it's a hassle-free check-in experience or departure experience or dining experience, etc., etc. This could be usage of mobile check-ins, having mobile keys which will unlock a guest door,
mhm,
and maybe an registration cards could be again on the phone. A
mhm,
guest can fill up his details
mhm,
through iPad, etc. And that's very important. But the key factor, again, as I mentioned to you earlier, is the personalization. We cannot be robotic when it comes to a guest experience,
mhm.
that you have to fill up your form, go to your room, this is the way floor, etc. If there's no personalization, then there's no hospitality.
I love that. So this is actually a topic that I've been um, having discussions with my interviewees as well. It's where the balance of technology and human like personalization of your service, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the concerns in this industry is that we want to make work very productive, and by making work very productive, we did come up with, like the online registration, the mobile check-in, the mobile key, and things like that actually have made the lives of the travelers a lot easier, because all of us are always on our phones, and it's so
Very
easy
true.
to do everything. You can do banking on your phone, you can do anything on your phone, and why not check into the hotel? However, this is where
Correct.
we start to lose that part. Like, what if we can't capture the guests when they are here? What if they have the keys and everything and they just walk in like as if it's their own condominium apartment, and they don't even bother to come and experience the hospitality that we have to give. So Ajinkya, because you sound like you have some experience in this, can you share with us what you think you would do if, this is the case where everything has been automated on the phones, on
Mm-hmm.
mobile? How do you think we can capture the attention of the guests instead of allowing them to just walk in without the experience of our hospitality.
Well, in that case, I think social media is one,
Mm-hmm.
but also connection can be done. See, if it's not a person-human connection,
Mm-hmm.
there's something known as the messaging applications which we have these days, like WhatsApp, etc., which is like quite user-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something very important.
Mm-hmm.
I have what we have developed, which I can see over here in the organization which I work,
Mm-hmm.
is we have even the landline number is
Mm-hmm.
registered as a WhatsApp number. A
Mm-hmm.
guest can communicate with us through WhatsApp
Mm-hmm.
for anything related to reservations, his check-in experience, be it table reservations at the restaurants or spa reservations, also to share his feedback. So this is something which we have, and it's if one receives a message, whether it's a positive or a negative one, and it's the responsibility of the person who chats with the guest to ensure that we also escalate the same to the duty manager, could be maybe, and that's when we can also have the problem resolved. That is one human touch which we can do in this. But something which is like quite monotonic conversations are also not permissible in the messaging applications, because these are only for the sake of that's one disadvantage of the technology, because you cannot really have that personalized connection with the guest, but that can be turned around as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think this is where we are, where we want to find a balance, isn't it, between technology and people. Otherwise, we will not have any more people working in hotels, then we will only have people working in the back of house. That's so sad. It won't
Indeed.
give that warmth, the warmth is going to be missing from the experience. So yeah,
Right.
I think this is something that we can all think about, how can we um leverage the use of technology to give us more face time with the customers, to give us
Very
more
true.
genuine and personalized FaceTime with the customers. So I think this is something that we can all think about. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I like
Very
that
true.
very much. Okay. So last question actually for me is actually, what is your one word core value that you behave with every day, that you have in you every day when you step into work or in life?
I would say the core value which I follow is dedication.
Okay.
So unless you have dedication to towards your work or towards your guests, there's nothing much more than that actually. Dedication is the best. You are dedicated to your work, success will automatically come to you and to your company, and you will also have happy guests.
Mhm. That's so cute. Okay, that's very nice actually. Dedication. Dedication is, I think we can define it with like hard work and heart work?
Oh, that's the best definition.
Yes, I'm
That's
just,
the best definition.
how would I
Yes,
define dedication? I think it's hard work and heart work at the same time.
very true.
Yeah, you
Yes,
have to
yes.
work with your brains and your heart at the same time. I think that's
You're
really
absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. Do you have any final message you want to share with us, Ajinkya, maybe to our audience or to our friends who are tuning in today on Heartbeats?
I would say that, like, we all are great professionals. Hospitality is a great industry.
Mhm.
Please continue to focus and wow your guests,
Mhm.
uh, because once you ensure that the guest is happy, he is bound to return to you
Yeah.
and stay with your property. Or even if you travel, if you done that personalization, he may not choose that hotel, but he may choose to stay with you because he was your guest. Own your guest. I
Own
would
your
say own
guest.
your guest.
Own your
Yes.
guest. That's the that's beautiful. I love it so much. Thank you so much for your time, Ajinkya. And best of luck. Please take care of yourself in this pandemic. I know you're working very hard in Dubai. And
Yes. Thank you, Kylie.
I'm very happy to have met you. Thank you very much for joining us on Heartbeats of Hospitality again.
The pleasure is all mine, and it was great connecting with you too.
Thank you.